Welcome back to Craft Stick Crafts. I'm Brad Griffith. This is a little project treehouse we've been working on slowly. What I wanted to show you today was the birch wrapped canoe that we've been working on. There's several videos out there of this particular project. But often you're going to end up with really strange clamping configurations. In this particular case, we clamped the edge of the birch layer that came up this way and then ran a row of these clamps, but also we needed to secure the base of this particular birch piece, so we wrapped a bunch of rubber bands. Excuse me. And I wanted also to point out that we do use a lot of things around the house. As you can tell, these clamps, and then they get bigger. Found it like a Staples or your large box Walmart type stores that sell these kind of office supplies. So my point is that be creative when it comes to the clamping, and I got some other ones to show you here. So here is the canoe. We've got one more layer of birch to put on there. That's just kind of the best of the best. Not sure to put on the little... This is actually the inside of the birch, and this would be the outside of the birch tree. So we have that to wrap on there and glue and kind of cut and conform. So two other boats that we're making. But back to the weird configurations of items and how it gets clamped. So I'll show you what this is in a minute, but it does take some strong hands to build these kinds of projects. This particular project is going to be a landing craft. So to get the craft shape, stand by. I've bent it around a piece of wood. I bent the coffee stir sticks around the wood first, and then I've got two layers of veneer from the hobby shop. And then in between there, I have a little bit of, it's a fiber, but it's like cross-threaded, really strong fiber. I'm working with composites. So composites basically in my world are wood, excuse me. I'm going to dump all the ribs. As you can see, the ribs of the landing craft are the coffee stir sticks. The landing craft itself is going to be the layers of veneer, and they're stuck together a little bit. Oh, because of the label. And so this will be the ship part of the landing craft, and then the ribs, and then I'll cut and shape and make this a landing craft. And it happens to be, I can't reach it right now. Oh, it's a little big for Pinewood Derby. Okay, enough said there. Here's another example of weird things. So, I mean, it's just not weird. These videos are more for, obviously, the advanced woodworker, where they can clamp these things down. This is plywood from the craft store. It comes in a flat sheet. And what we're making with it is, I'm not sure, is kind of how some of these things go. I can tell it's a little off, but you guys in the field could figure that out and do it correctly. So this might be a letter holder. The other thing I wanted to show you is when you do clamp up, I'm sorry, I'm getting a pile going on here. When you do clamp several and multiples of the same bend, it's a good idea to rubber band them together or clamp them together. And that's, you know, going to be easy for supplying your project, so you know where all those are, for instance. But also, if they're a little bit out of shape from one to the other, if you do put a great big clamp on there, sometimes I have sprinkled a little bit of water on the general overall bunch, and then I've clamped them together and made a group bend. They kind of conform to the overall strength of the group, and then they become, you know, a little better exact of each other. I don't know if that makes sense, but once again, these clamps would be advanced mom and dad type thing. So now I've left with a pile of show and tell. I hope you're enjoying these videos. A bunch of other things going on here. Not that my shop is clean by any means, but we're having a good time. Thank you very much. See you next time.